this entire facility submerged beneath our oceans. For how long, I wonder? One problem at a time, Doctor.
Your form is but a shadow of our truth. We seek to defy that which would consume us all. Your efforts deny the sacrifice. You leave us.
Greetings, other avatars. Pleasure to meet you all. Let's see if we can find them first. It's a shame we weren't able to reload before this fight begins. Where do the avatars pop in? I'm actually genuinely curious. We'll have Cajun go forward, if only because Cajun is fast.
Good copy. Moving on target.
The cooldowns still remain the same because we're not allowed to take our turn. That's not... Oh! Right, you're concealed. Right. Well... You'll be able to squad sight them from here.
What's over there?
What I'm hoping for is with our squad sight... 100% on the avatar. No. I'm gonna take one shot apiece for all of you. Because, trust me when I say this, I definitely want to hit all of you. This is gonna reveal Cajun, but I can reveal Cajun at this point. Cajun did his job by revealing stuff for us. Greetings.
You are our greatest adversary. You are our avatar. You can lead our armies and save your world. Return to us. There can be no more delay.
Though I find the possibilities proposed by the creature intriguing, I believe we're past the point of rational discourse. We didn't come here to talk.
Yeah, take it down.
Your persistence is admirable, but tired. It is time to accept the path laid out before you, Commander.
Return to us. You were once our greatest asset against this world. It can be so once again.
Cajun is just one space away from being revealed. That's adorable. Can I... Okay, I'm not going to be able to finagle it so I can hit two of you at once, but I definitely can shred Storm Cannon these guys, and you know what? I think that's worth it.
Storm's coming!
Let's play havoc with their facility.
Position compromised.
You'll emergency teleport away, but I'm counting on it. That you emergency teleport right into something else. Alright, you can just move afterwards. Because you killed something.
On your order.
Oh my gosh, you ran straight into the two heavies. You can't move again. There's a significant chance you'll miss. But take it down. Good work, Miss Martins.
My ammo has run dry.
In the middle of this psionic place? Aww, I can't mind control an avatar. If I were to do this, yeah, I have to move my heavy first. No matter what happens, I have to move Fluffy or I'll just shoot Fluffy.
Okay, I'll go.
This might be a bad thing. We don't reveal another avatar. Good. So, Commander's avatar can actually move forward. We're gonna null lance this avatar and see where it ends up. Yeah, we'll null lance and see what happens. Because the only places that can teleport are places where we already have actions still remaining. Except right there. Maybe now's a good time for just grenading around the corner. Does anyone still have actions? Can you combat protocol this? No, you can run and gun.
I'm coming for you.
And at this point, what's not to love about a good run and gun? We're not going to go much further because I don't want to activate another avatar if I don't have to.
You can't handle me.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you cutscening me, or... here's a good time to probably reload so we don't have to worry about reloading in the middle of a firefight. You still have another free reload available, so you can run up and join everybody else, basically. We're kind of splitting up here along lines that we should not split up at, but hey, it just kind of happened.
I'm on it. Multiple hostiles in position.
Oh, you made a big mistake. It's a grenadier. What can I expect? You guys all suck at aiming anyway.
Enemy is still up. They're bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, it's at least Vipers. If it was anything but Vipers, I might actually be concerned. You can reload. I wish I could get you up to... I genuinely wish I could get you up to this point so we could start our game of snipings. But that just doesn't seem like it's happening.
I'm trusting you here.
So whoever's more obnoxious to hit that one.
I definitely got that one.
Alright, well, the first avatar was here. I'm gonna guess there's 2 more avatars in this region. I do not want to activate the 2 avatars if I do not have to. However, as it stands, we kind of need Cajun all the way over into this zone if we're gonna try what I want to try. Too bad you don't have Reaper available.
X-ray neutralized.
You do have Implaceable, so we're going to Implaceable you over here because I'm going to bet on my Grenadier successfully killing another one of those Xenos. You'll reload.
Re-up and reload.
It's only because your movement is absolutely atrocious. And we'll just have you sprint across the field. And you're going to try to find the remaining avatar for us to deal with. Basically tell us where not to go. I'm sad that we haven't mind-controlled anyone yet, but you know what? That's just kind of acceptable at this point, because it's hard to get something worth mind-controlling. Alright, good. This can backfire,
I'm trusting you here.
but I'll put Fluffy up to the field because I do want to get some shots off. You are really good at those 50-50s, for whatever reason.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
You've got a hairline trigger action. It's going to give you free action. Because I don't want you to be grappled, I want all the shots to go off on Cajun. I'll just back you up. We know from you that there is nothing in this region. So I'm going to send you over here, and I'm just going to have you overwatch.
Come get some.
We know there's nothing up here, so I'm going to put you up top here and have you overwatch. Because something's going to come through those portals. That much I know. There's the next avatar. So they teleport in. Alright. It's not a case of them just being summoned in, they just teleport themselves in. A nuisance. I would have liked to hold on to Banish then until this point, but hey, I didn't know. Banish was also still used effectively because we didn't have to deal with the bloody Sectopod. And we should be able to get our sniper set up to begin another reign of terror soon enough. Although I think this will be Cajun's time to shine, actually. All those enemies are impaired by tactical analysis. You gonna try to grapple? You succeed. How unfortunate for you.
Hostile
Please
target
tell me you're
down.
gonna try to grapple again. You're gonna poison. I don't think you're immune to poison. Here comes some more doodles, but they're gonna come straight out of Overwatch
Go
session.
now.
It's just a bunch of faceless. That's one down. I've got one more waiting for you.
You're done, copper!
How many is that now?
Oh, you actually... That's the first time I think I've ever had that trigger. Huh. Neat. What? What? First time I ever had a trigger. And what a trigger it was. Cobra Commander, you have no willpower left to fight, I'm aware. Oh, don't you give me this. Don't you dare lie. I know you can see enemies from there. You're just a wuss. Let's get into combat and get ready to go murder some of these things. The priest is going to be a problem. We'll deal with that when we get to there. When we get to it. Ragin in a Cajun. You're gonna get poisoned no matter what we do. So we're gonna Reaper.
I'll make it clean.
Who's first? The priest won't die. Spectre is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 50-50 on Spectre. If we fail this, that's actually basically game.
I feel kind of weak. Hostile terminated.
Reaper and Implaceable happens. What have we got? These priests are so annoying. Right, we have a heavy. We have a heavy who's basically in the perfect position to just blow these people to Kingdom Come. So let's go and do so, shall
If
we?
you say so.
What do we got? Acid Bomb? Yeah, I think an Acid Strike will be well in order. He says you just can't reach, apparently. I mean, admittedly, Miss Martins is also not in a position to deal with any of these things, so get up top here,
As you order,
and
Commander.
I want your eyes on anything that gets summoned in. I'll advance teamwork, because by all rights you should be close enough to bomb them, but you're not. Alright, this should put you close enough.
I guess I'll be okay.
We can launch a plasma. Where? Oh, our salt's right here. Okay. We can do this. I think the acid bomb is actually theoretically better because it has a higher chance of killing the priest. Wow, are you really doing this? So, does a plasma hit them all regardless? Yes. Acid can't cover everything, so fine, we'll use the plasma. It'll shred its armor either way, which is what I'm looking for. Armor shredded, most of you guys are injured. You teleport.
The target is marked.
Oh my gosh, why would you ever choose to teleport here? Just like, what possessed you to think that was a good idea? Well, fine. Here, we're gonna go next with the Spectre, because the Spectre is one of the few guaranteed shots we've got.
Target eliminated.
Because of the priest's sustain abilities. And no, I'm not salty about it at all. This will probably end up in a failure. Yep. Little sustain. That's what a priest sounds like when they're sustaining. Didn't you know? I want you to shoot this avatar. I want you to shoot it well. At the same time, I also want you to hit the Spectre. Can you mind control? No targets available. That's weird. Dimensional Rift is worthless right now because there's no one clustered up enough to do it with. We'll see how... We'll deal with the Spectre later. Let's just hit the Avatar. So it'll force you to teleport again. You still being visible, by the way. Is this enough to kill you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The minimum does kill, so let's go for the minimum. Perfect.
Check it before you get too close.
It's another avatar down. And this is not a good... This is not really a good shot you want to make. But it worked.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Alright. Rogue, I don't think you can get close enough to really do anything that's feasible. We'll get you in the middle just in case. And I'm going to aid protocol our poisoned friend wherever he is. Cajun. Because you're going to start taking health damage, and I kind of want the aid protocol in case the priest tries anything. Although I know it doesn't protect against psionic BS. I'll try to deal with it. DeLuca, what do I want to do with you? Let's just get you over here and just have you overwatch. So I get the feeling something else is going to be summoned, and I'm not going to like it. Do you need... No, you're still on free reload cycle. No one else can take actions, you're no longer in stasis. Hopefully you run, which gets you immediately... Right, you get shot first, you don't get blade mastered, because
Target
that's the
neutralized.
bonus of that thing.
Moving our position.
It's just codexes.
No, that didn't feel good.
You're poisoned, oh well. Why is your will so low? Well, you get shot, you're probably going to clone as a result of this, but I can handle it. You can't clone. You're at just low enough health where that doesn't matter. You'll teleport, but you can't clone. I mean, that doesn't mean you're not in an annoying position.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's rock. Let's roll. That was a free reload. I'm probably gonna put you here.
Okay.
It technically puts you in a horrible position, yet at the same time, we can do things like this. And I'm just gonna do my best to get you out of this position as soon as possible.
I got it, right?
Alright, I think now you're out of free reloads. No, you've got another one.
Oh yeah!
You have another reload. Hey, Cajun.
Heading out.
Yeah? What about this priest that's up here? Hello, priest. Good to see you. You're poisoned, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you crit.
Hostile target
Oh,
down.
wonderful. You've got implaceable, so we'll... Because something's probably going to come through the big gate. I'm going to move
On the
Cajun
move.
up to that location. Do I want to do a restoration protocol? I don't think enough of us are damaged where a restoration protocol is in order.
I'll be swift.
I will move Chloe over to this side just to reveal if anything pops up in this corner. Chloe's supporting abilities has low-key been one of the best things I think I've seen in a while. Commander, just move to the center. I've yet to use your dimensional rift at all. Fluffy, you also can move to the center,
I'm trusting you
if
here.
only to Overwatch to defend the commander. I know I shouldn't probably be trying to protect the commander nearly this
Affirmative,
much,
covering
but
now.
hey, it happens. You can long watch because there's literally
Scanning.
nothing else that can stop you. Gremlin heal to deal with the poison
Go heal.
penalty on Cajun, just because that one's one of the worst penalties I've seen. It basically does nothing, but hey. And we'll Overwatch just to
Scanning.
use it. DeLuca, you can freeload and then also do Overwatch shenanigans. Unless, actually, no, let's get you in an elevated position first.
Quit nagging!
I'm guessing the last avatar is either going to spawn up here or over here.
Look who it is.
Well, that's annoying. Who are you shooting at? Oh, you're shooting at the avatar. Oh, you people disappoint me greatly. Well, the avatar already has its armor stripped before it even gets to take actions. The Faceless and the Codexes are the only ones I'm really concerned about. The Avatar we're probably going to kill because upon taking damage, the Avatar is going to teleport to the middle-ish area, where it's out of range of the sniper. Alright, look.
Okay, I'll go.
Avatar, you've done a really dumb thing. So if you don't mind us, we're just going to rupture
Light
you.
him up!
Now, a wet noodle will kill you. I could miss with the Cobra Commander, and you'd still die. What's your next reload? It is still a free reload. How many reloads do you have? No, okay. No, here, I want to... The things I want to focus on are the Codexes first, because those are guarantees.
I definitely got that one.
Codex second.
I got it, right?
Freeload.
Ready to go.
Because there's no need. Serial is useless when you're using the Dark Lance in this position. If I didn't have an elevated position, I would use Serial. But, as it currently stands, since I'm in an elevated position, I have no need to use Serial whatsoever.
Check it before you get too close.
What the? Oh, yeah. So that guy was not was in an elevated position. As such, it failed miserably. That's disappointing,
Here I
but
come.
it's not impossible to recover from.
You want some more?
Abco has been the god of snipers, in case you haven't noticed.
Without the Elder stabilizing the psionic network, everything's going haywire. That gate's not gonna hold much longer.
You heard her! Move!
Stop using words
Tell me you've got
like
a plan B
new.
here.
Nice work.
Wasn't anything on my end. This shouldn't even be possible. Unless...
Commander, whatever it is you're doing, it's working.
Just make sure you save enough juice for your own trip home.
Commander, you okay? We just lost contact.
What the hell is happening here, Doctor?
It's the Elders. They're overwhelming our link, enveloping the Commander's consciousness.
Then sever the connection!
We do that, we risk a complete overload.
We will reclaim what was given. We will be whole once more. No! Your victory here means the end for all others. It will follow you as it followed us. You are not ready. We must not fail.
Vital stabilizing. Synaptic activity returning to acceptable levels.
And one transdimensional psionic network down for the count.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
This is the Liberation Network broadcasting on all frequencies. Advent is in full retreat across all areas.
Heavy fighting continues in the city's centers as Advent forces attempt to regroup.
We're barely keeping up with the flood of refugees here, as people continue to desert the Advent-controlled city centers.
Full curfew remains in effect as the administration deals with the ongoing crisis.
To all of you in the occupied zones, hold your ground. Continue the fight. We promise you, help is on the way.
Finally come in from the cold.
Brothers and sisters, welcome home.
Network down. The core is even stronger. Gather everyone. Our time is short. We won but a battle. Now the real war begins.
All right. Jesus. Well, okay, well, to answer a few questions, or the only question, the reason there was nothing about the Chosen is because they were all dead. As for additional stuff, I have no bloody idea. But yes, XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, is over and done with. We've done a total of 65 missions. We've won 62 of them, lost 3 of them, had 14 missions that were flawless, killed over 1,000 aliens with our squads. We lost 32 soldiers. I think that number is actually inflated. I don't think I lost nearly that many. We got 86 successful shots total, and about 3-ish turns left on every mission. Chosen's killed. 3. Days to the first Chosen killed. 163. Kills by faction heroes. Bloody Reaper and Templar. Tons of ability points, covert actions, 6, almost as many as our normal missions. 6 max bond soldiers. And 14 breakthroughs. I think the game is bugged as of right now and had a bit of a problem. Chosen's death in the Elders battle? Possibly, but I believe there's a few bugs at the very end of this as well. You probably noticed this, but the last cutscene, the audio and video lost sync when the Templars were spoken. When the Templars were spoken of. In addition, I'm fairly certain the Elders are supposed to say something else, but they just kind of refused. Ah well. Only had 2 Psionic soldiers, and they really didn't do much of anything, except in like the final couple of missions, because in all honesty, Psionics is too hard to break into, and by the time you get there, you've got things that are more useful. 16 robots hacked. What's the number of Magi? I'm assuming that's the number of max-level Psychic soldiers. We had 15 colonels, 103 promotions, 253 days wounded. 11 scientists, 13 engineers, 47 days to magnetic weapons. I probably should have brought that timer down a little bit. Beam weapons and the armors and the magnetic weapons, I probably should have tried to endeavor to bring those times down. That's a lot of supplies. Yep, so, final thoughts on the entire project. I loved it. I think it is a distinct improvement over XCOM 1. Aside from that entire scuffle at the very, very, very beginning where I had to restart the mission several times, I understand it probably was meant to be that difficult just to show you how hard those missions from that point onward are. It's just, I think it's a bit tad extreme in levels of sheer difficulty at the very get-go. Aside from that, the endgame of XCOM 2 is significantly easier than the endgame of XCOM 1. Oh no. I would say it's a lot more complicated. Enemies in okay, so in XCOM 1, you have less game-breaking abilities. But in XCOM 2, your enemies have a lot more abilities that they're willing to spam against you. And if the Chosen were still alive by that point in the game, then the Chosen have a chance of simply appearing in the final fight to mess with you. But since they were all dead, of course they're not going to show up. It's honestly because I was able to bring so much endgame equipment that I basically got incredibly easily, overall, that it basically made the final fight a joke. Or actual squad. You couldn't have squads of 16 in the first game either, except in the Long War mod. And as for tanks, I mean, the robot that you were also kind of works as a tank, if you look into it. The breakthrough system, for research, I like it, yet I don't like how many useless research ones there are. Oh, talking about the actual 90s games. I mean, that is fair, but the power level of XCOM 2 is significantly higher, in that there's a higher emphasis placed on the individual soldier and individual enemies. In XCOM 1, you have things like a single soldier who can one-shot all the aliens, but your soldiers can also all get one-shot by the aliens themselves, just because of the way damage calculations are done. Like, in this one, it at least sometimes requires multiple soldiers to actually kill something in particular. where some of the mechanics in XCOM 1, or the original XCOM, are definitely different. But it's hard to call one that's strictly better than the other, because they are very different games. I do understand that having massed hordes of dudes in red shirts and sending them against an unending firing line also has its own charm. But XCOM 2 places a higher emphasis on choices that you make in the fight, whereas the original XCOM, your choices become a little bit more irrelevant when you can just bring overwhelming force to certain fights. And then, psionics are totally not busted. I don't think sitting through the credits scene is going to make much. It's not going to need... I don't think I need to sit through the credits scene much more than this, but any other thoughts? Once again, I honestly think you're introduced to psionics too late in the pacing of XCOM 2 to make psionics really useful, with the exception of the Solace ability, which I know kind of from high-tier play, or higher-level play, that you kind of need Solace and other passive abilities like that to actually win the fight. Templars, I also understand, are incredibly good. I should have gotten my Templar sooner and started messing around with the Templar, but by the time I had actually gotten around to getting the Templar, I ended up encountering basically all the stuff I would have ever used. And I had not much of a reason to redo any of those things. Or I didn't have much of a reason to actually make use of any of the new equipment or soldiers I got, just because the stuff I already had was already good enough to handle it. In higher level play, yeah, I'd probably need to wait maybe like a couple more months, maybe get a few more breakthroughs, and so on and so forth. I wonder what they do change about the higher difficulties. I'd assume that, because I played it on Veteran, I think Veteran is the normal difficulty? I'd have to check out the difficulty scales. I know they have Impossible, as before. Oh well. Is there anything else that went completely unused on my part? Because I made use of the revitalization, of which I personally think revitalization is not a mechanic I would use that often, except in, like, the worst possible circumstances, which I just never felt like I was really close by, except when the assassin was about to discover my location. Because, Jesus, I did not want to have to deal with the assassin at that point in time. Anyway, I believe we'd have to sit through here and wait to let everything pass on by, and I don't feel like waiting, so let's just move on. Now, let's see, if by XCOM 1, because I know the replayability of the new XCOMs also comes from the fact that they unlock a few more second wave options you can use. Are there any second wave options? Also, can I update any character, like... No? Oh. I wanted to, like, take... This makes me sad. The delete selection. No, I don't want to import developers. I wanted to put some of my characters out there, but admittedly I don't think I can. I think it would have to be rookies. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, no, I played on the veteran difficulty. I probably should put it... If I were to do that next time, I would probably put it on commander difficulty. Just because veteran seemed like it became way too easy in the end game, and I didn't really have to think. I like the second wave options of XCOM Enemy Within, and as for the originals, you still had the same problem of that you could do self-imposed challenges like the Arctic superhuman challenges I see time and time again, but gameplay of XCOM 1 is a lot more samey than the reboot of XCOM, where you can actually have a pseudo variety of soldiers or different modifiers that actually affect the way the game works. What would I Oh, there we go. Grim Horizon. So, Beta Strike is definitely an interesting option. I probably wouldn't take Beta... So, if I were to replay the game, I'd probably start with the Templar HQ, because they were the last time... Last time I did this, or at least... Since I started with Reaper, went to Skirmisher, I had the most use out of all of those, and I had basically no use of Templars. If I were to replay this game, I would probably give myself the Templar allies to start off with. And then, personally, I'd probably take Grim Horizon. As that, I feel, would be an interesting challenge, of dark events never clearing. Except for the ones that say it only lasts for a month or otherwise. Just because I feel like those two would be interesting options. I'm not going to start a new game right now, and I'm actually just going to end this game here. So, hope you all enjoyed the series as it gets uploaded to YouTube and has its moderate edits. Next time, we will begin something new. Something strange, and maybe even having a lot more strategic and tactical depth than this. But you'll see what that is soon. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20, and I am signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe if it helps out a great deal, and I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.